Most people around the world are familiar with what a handshake is. It's simply the coming together of two people's hands in a grasp with a shaking motion, thus a handshake. But why do we shake hands? Traditionally, a handshake is done with the right hand and is seen as proper etiquette to do so. A handshake is used as formal greeting when people meet, and the same process is used again when parting ways. It is a widespread global interaction between humans and used by many cultures. The latest archaeological discoveries indicate that people were shaking hands as far back as the 4th and 5th century BC and was practiced in ancient Greece. A handshake was thought to show that you came in peace and was also a sign of trust, as it proved to both parties neither was holding a weapon and/or had any immediate intention of attacking with a weapon. Not all countries and cultures use handshaking as a greeting. In many places, it is customary to use a kiss, or to bow, or simply use a verbal hello such as Assalamu alaikum, which is widely used by Muslims and requires no further physical interaction. Like humans, animals also greet each other with similar physical interactions. Chimpanzees often touch palms, elephants coil their trunks, and giraffes wind their necks around each other, suggesting a hug. This is, of course, an educated assumption by experts and may not be an equivalent handshake greeting at all, but is still fascinating nonetheless. But animals live out in the wild and have far superior immune systems to humans, and so it begs the question, should we be shaking hands? Shaking hands immediately transfers germs from person to person. No matter how clean you might be, you have no idea how hygienic the person you're shaking hands with is. Sometimes you can get away without shaking a person's hand and by simply saying hello. But is there a stigma in not shaking hands? If you have a board meeting or client meeting with a group of people and everyone is greeting each other with a handshake, would you really want to be the person that says, "Nah, I'm not touching you people"? You probably won't, even though not shaking hands is the more hygienic thing to do and better for everyone at that meeting. Shaking hands is a great transporter for bacteria, and though each person is different, typically it's said that we have around 1,500 bacteria on each square centimetre of our body, and our hands harbour a vast amount due to our tactile nature. Even if we wash our hands frequently, we quickly pick up germs from our home and working environment almost instantly. Most bacterial transfer and consumption will be harmless, but there are many that can cause serious health issues, and if it's a deadly strain of a virus, then it can mean death. For this reason, during the 2009 H1N1 pandemic, it was suggested that a handshake should be replaced by a less tactile greeting like a fist bump. And during the 2019 and 2020 coronavirus pandemic, a number of countries and organisations were encouraging people to use alternative greeting, such as a verbal-only greeting and even an elbow bump. So, should we continue to shake hands? With the population growing exponentially and people living and rubbing shoulders closer than ever, the transmission of germs at an exponential rate is also inevitable. So, putting an official stop to handshaking could be a helpful fight in the slowdown of the spread of germs. Now that's fascinating.